Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about Jurassic World, a movie released back in 2015 starring Chris Pratt. And in Jurassic World, Isla Nublar has been reinvented, and this hybrid dinosaur escapes its paddock and starts wreaking havoc on the park. And these new characters, led by Owen Grady, played by Chris Pratt, have to figure out how to keep the tourists safe and recapture this dinosaur. Okay, so first things first, back in 2015, this was easily one of my two most anticipated movies of that year. Jurassic World and The Force Awakens. Those two were the movies I was looking forward to the most in 2015. And personally, I think this movie has aged better than The Force Awakens. So Owen Grady, this new character introduced in this movie, which almost every character is a new character. He is an incredibly well-developed character, and Chris Pratt, it does incredibly well as Owen. Owen's former Navy, he's very no-nonsense. He always speaks the truth, no matter if you want to hear it. Him and Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard's character, the two go at it occasionally because all she hears are numbers, and Owen is just simply giving her doses of reality. Does Owen know everything? No. Some stuff happens he did not expect to happen at all. But he's really good at just simply guessing things, including some of the stuff this hybrid dinosaur is made out of. He makes a guess and you're just sitting there going, yeah, sure looks like it. And when it comes to the other new characters, they're very give or take. Some are really good. Others, like these little kids, not so much. Obviously you have Owen, but there's also Claire, who's this well-developed character. She starts off only looking at numbers, like I said, but as things progress in the movie, so does her character. As the movie goes on, Claire starts to learn things, and Claire starts to understand certain things a lot better than she did early on in the movie. And while the narrative, yes, is technically the same as in the first Jurassic Park, we do things differently here. If you just simply looked at a paragraph summary of what both movies are about, they sound exactly the same. However, the little things are very different. Jurassic World progresses in a different fashion than Jurassic Park does. How all the other dinosaurs get out is different than in Jurassic Park. So I do technically appreciate the fact that they went in a different route than in the first movie, even though technically it's kind of the same story. It's like the Indiana Jones movies. If you think about it, they're all the same story. However, each movie goes a completely different route than the other movies. I do have some issues with the movie, though. The hybrid dinosaur kind of contradicts some of the stuff they were trying to do in the first Jurassic movie, namely present the dinosaurs as animals rather than raving monsters. All the Indominus Rex is a raving monster. It's not a dinosaur, it's not an animal, it's just a monster. The T-Rex, no matter what it does, even as it's eating people, in the original Jurassic movie, I viewed it as an animal. This movie is just a monster. It's going around killing just for sheer fun, and that's not what I would call an animal. That's what I would call a monster. And while the visuals, the camera work and stuff looks incredible, the special effects don't. They're very noticeable. From my understanding, they put like this magic filter or whatever on the movie, and while it makes it look beautiful, it kind of hurts the effects, because you can tell the effects guys are clearly trying. They're clearly trying to create the best effects you can. But this filter makes it stand out like a sore thumb. And the overall direction is kind of a mixed bag. There are, there are a lot of fun, entertaining elements in the movie. However, there's some stuff that just feels out of place and doesn't invoke the magic of the first movie. For instance, the Jurassic Park theme. We all know that's supposed to happen the first time you see a dinosaur in these movies. However, instead they play it during this sequence with the kids in the hotel room, and one of them opens the curtains and the camera comes out and just starts hovering over the main park. You don't see any dinosaurs and the theme's playing. In conclusion, Jurassic World is a fun movie. It's not as good as the first two movies, but it's definitely better, a lot better than Fallen Kingdom. And if you ask me, if you're just looking for some fun entertainment, Jurassic World will provide that. Even though, again, it's not as good as the first two movies. I'm gonna give Jurassic World a 7. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Badetsky will return.